Hi, fourth grade mathematicians. This is Mrs. Griffith, and I'm going to be doing a short video on place value. This is part one of 4 parts that I'll be doing this year. I wanted to break it off into smaller chunks so that the material is more manageable to understand. All right, let's go. Here is the number that we're going to be working with. As you can see, it's a very large number. If I were to say this number out loud, it would sound like this: 325,678,456. When we talk about place value, we're talking about the value that a digit or number has by its position within a number. So each number here has a certain value or amount that it's worth. We can break apart a large number into different sections called periods. Each period has 3 digits in it. Here we have the ones, the thousands, and the millions. Each place value period is separated by a comma. When you say the number like 325 million, the comma is where you say the name of the period. So this number is 325,678,456. And today we're only going to be talking about the ones period. Let's take a look at this number. We have 456. When you see the number written out numerically, that's called standard form. So it looks like this, 456. When you write the number out, we call that word form. So it looks like this. Expanded form is when you break apart the number into its different place values. So we have 400 plus 50 plus 6. And I circled expanded form because that's the one that we're going to be using the most today. Because we're still in the ones period, I wanted to continue to use shades of purple so that you could still recognize that. I have further split the number using the expanded form into the ones group, the tens group, and the hundreds group. I will start with the ones place value. So we use base 10 blocks in class all the time, so these should look really familiar to you. This is a visual model that represents exactly how much each number or digit is worth within the whole number. The 6 is in the ones place, and the 6 is worth 6 ones or 6 units. And next, we move over and take a look at the 5, which is in the tens place. The 5 is worth 50, so we represent that using 5 longs. We know that each long has 10 units, so it has 10 of these units within it. So here we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And finally, we move over to the 4 in the hundreds place. This 4 is worth 400. We use 4 flats to represent this, and each flat has 100 units in it. So we have 100, 200, 300, 400. Another way to look at this is by using multiplication. Over here, we have 6 units or 6 ones, so we represent that by saying 6 times 1 equals 6. We have 5 longs, so 5 longs times 10 unit cubes equals 50. So there's 50 unit cubes in this place value. And then we move over to the hundreds place, and we have 4 flats, so 4 times 100 equals 400. Now let's take a look at how much we can fit in each place value space. Here we have the ones place. I took the 6 and I moved it here. The ones place only fits single digits in it, so we're talking 0 through 9. Here's what happens when we add 4 more digits to 6, so 6 plus 4. We know that 6 plus 4 equals 10, but we can't fit 10 units in the ones place. There's just too many, and you can see already that there's double digits here. So what we do is we're going to bundle up these 10 unit cubes, and we're going to slide them over to the tens place, where it becomes one long. And the 10 unit cubes are within that long. And you can count them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now our 10 looks like this. We have a 1 in the tens place and a 0 in the ones place because we have 0 ones. We do the same thing in each place. The tens place can't fit 10 longs in its place because 10 longs becomes 100. So let's take a look here. I have 5 tens or 50, and I'm adding another 5 tens or 50. We know that 50 plus 50 equals 100, and we can't fit 10 longs in the tens place, so we're going to bundle again. So we're going to bundle these up, and we're going to slide them over to the hundreds place, where it becomes one flat. The one flat has 100 little unit cubes in it, and that's why it's worth 100. So what if we wanted to add two 3-digit numbers together? Let's try that with 456 plus 365. First, let's split apart the numbers using expanded form. This makes the numbers so much easier to work with. So 456 becomes 400 plus 50 plus 6. And 365 becomes 300 plus 60 plus 5. Essentially, we're just adding all these easier numbers to work with together. So we'll add the ones first. So we take the 6 here and the 5 here, and we add them up, it becomes 11. Then we're going to add the tens next, so 50 plus 60 equals 110. Then we're going to take the hundreds, add those together, 400 plus 300 equals 700. So now we have 3 new sums to work with. Easier numbers. We have 700, 110, and 11. I'm going to take these sums and I'm going to split them up just to make it even easier for myself. So 700 becomes 700 plus 0 plus 0. There's no number in the tens place, that's why it's 0, and we have no number in the ones place, and that's why that's 0 as well. Next we have 110, so we have a 100 in the 100s place, plus 10 plus 0. Then with 11, we have 10 plus 1. I'm going to add the tens and the ones together first because these are pretty easy numbers. 10 plus 1 equals 21. Then I'm going to scoop the hundreds and add those together. 700 plus 100 equals 800. Now I only have 2 sums to work with, 800 and 21. So when I add 800 and 21 together, it becomes 821. Here I'm representing the number using the base 10 blocks. I have 1 unit cube in the ones place, 2 longs in the tens place, which is 20, and 8 flats in the hundreds place, which is 800. Remember, each flat has 100 units and each long has 10 units in it. So here you can see in standard form that 456 plus 365 equals 821. Each of these numbers belongs in the ones period, and within that period we have the ones place, here, here, and here, the tens place, here, here, and here, and the hundreds place, here, this darker number, here, and here. So if we go back to our original number, and I'm just going to slide us up here, we have 456. Again, the ones place, the tens place, and the hundreds place. And then I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to say these all these numbers belong in the ones period, which is part of this larger number, 325,678,456. So next time, we're going to be talking about the thousands period. All right, so thank you so much for watching, and keep on working hard with place value.